What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, goldballhunting.com. That dude over there, the great Jeff Jacklich, today with the red roundies.
Red.
Going on,
Yeah.
man. Outstanding. Guys, hang in there with us today in another episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast, because if you're not getting the job done out there, whether you're a tournament player or you're that league player who is really looking to move up to that next rating label, then you're going to love this episode. So stay with us because we got something very cool that we're going to talk about today.
So the big question is this. How are tennis players like us who never played on the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for the victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Jeff Jacklich, and along with Brent Abel, my partner, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting.
Jeffrey, my man, what is going on over there in Moraga, California?
Well, looking out the window, there's a few little clouds, but there's blue sky, and it's going to be a little cooler today. I think next couple of days is going to be cooler, but still no rain. And then the forecast says like 5 days of sunshine after that. So,
Indian summer is what it sounds like in Northern California.
Yeah. Oh, classic Indian summer for sure. Yeah,
yes.
It's beautiful.
Well, I had a little hike this morning.
My nose is having to deal with all the changes though, because now I'm back in the where there's pollen and all the different stuff, and so.
So, do you want me to get my violin out? Let me see if I got the violin and the bow over here and just start. Okay, well, gee whiz. Yeah, really.
Yeah. All right.
Well, good. I'm still here in Steamboat. I had a great hike this morning. I love to get out there bright and early, and got out there this morning about 27 degrees, and it's just like you go up Mount Warner, and I've got my eyes peeled. I'm looking for the critters. I'm looking for the moose on the loose. I'm looking for any bears. I'm looking for any of the elk that want to start blowing the horn out there, and that kind of morning, they're sort of getting reorganized for the day. They're realizing that humans will probably be walking by. I don't think I want to deal with those idiots, so
right,
we'll go somewhere else. But you got to keep your eyes peeled. But anyway, it's one of those things where, because it's so cold, because it's so crispy, and you're all bundled up, you got the park, you got the gloves, you got the hat, but the clarity of thought is just like, it's almost painful. It's like, God, okay, I get it. I totally get it. Something you've been working on for whatever.
Right.
So I love those early morning crispy. And look, I just told you before we hit the record button, we're getting some snow here for the next few days, which is, just awesome. I mean, Northern California's got the changing of the seasons. It's a little later, obviously, there than it is
right
out here. But the changing of the seasons in the Rockies is like, boom. Yes.
So I assume then you're that Maya is hard at work in the kitchen, then making some sort of stew that nice at night you can bundle up with a cup of stew, or maybe a chili or something.
Funny you say chili. We actually finished off the last batch of her veggie chili last night, and you know how it goes. I mean, she made the batch about a week ago, and every day it gets better. It gets better.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, awesome.
So yes, you're right about all that. Guys, listen, what we want to talk about today is actually one of Jeff's lessons, one of his students yesterday.
Yeah.
Who is a guy who I know very well, a great guy, a heck of a tennis player.
Yeah.
And really is the type of player that we just love to work with. Is playing some tournaments, playing league stuff, and is looking for, what do you guys know that I don't know?
Right.
Could you
wave the racket over me, bestow me with some wisdom, right?
That's exactly right. So before I want to hear more about what you guys worked on yesterday. Look, guys, if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area and you're looking for some on-court, the really good stuff, I don't mean like the generic, okay, turn racket back out in front and follow through. I'm talking about the real boots on the ground. If you're a competitive player, right? If you don't want to, look, Jeff could entertain you out there for an hour, hour and a half, but That's not who we're working with.
Right.
We're looking for those guys and gals who are playing tournaments. It could be, could be playing tournaments, and you're kind of stuck. You're getting through a round, maybe two rounds, and that's it. The big concrete wall is right there in front of you for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I think what we're going to talk about today is kind of that breakthrough thing.
Yeah.
And so or it's the league players who are out there seriously want to get to that next rating label. I don't care where you are.
Yeah.
If you're 2.5 going to 3.0, okay, that's a big jump. 3.0 to 3.5, 4.0, blah blah blah, all the way up. 4.5 and beyond.
Right. And beyond.
But anyway, if you want to get in the court with Jeff, he's got two courts now working. One in Lafayette, which is east of Berkeley, east of San Francisco and Berkeley. Beautiful court. I've taught in that court many times. I love that place.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
private.
it's a great situation.
The setting is incredible. And then you've also got a court up in the Napa Valley area, which is not too bad of a setting
which is
either.
Off the charts.
Yeah, well, there you go. So look, guys, if you're looking for the great coaching, right? The great coaching. Jeff is your man. The way to get in touch with Jeff, two ways. Number one, you can send him an email. Let us know at goldballhunting.com, or you can find him on Facebook under Jacklich, Jacklich. You'll find him there.
Yep.
And get something, because I know that your schedule's starting to get filled up, and it's not going to take long before.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's waiting list time.
Right.
So, Jeff, you're working with a good guy yesterday, tough lefty. I played him this year at Pacific Coast, my first match. I had to work. And I know exactly what you guys worked on yesterday, because it was like when I played the match, I was kind of going, phew, he doesn't know what to do in this situation. He's got the tools, but he doesn't quite understand now where he's got me. He's got me in a really compromised spot.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of looking up and I'm going, phew, okay, good.
Yeah.
He doesn't know quite what to do.
He didn't know it. He didn't know it.
Right. So what's going on? So how was that lesson yesterday?
It was great. I mean, I think, and just to set preface like where I'm going with this is that, there's so much out there that is all about stroke production, high performance this and everything. And sometimes it comes down to this. And I think there's probably a lot more players, especially senior players, that are out there in this category. And that is, you have a good skill set and you still can't figure out why you can't quite put the wins together. And really what it comes down to is you have this skill set, but you don't know how to use it. You don't know how really to do point construction and to be able to monitor and adjust to see how much pain you've inflicted, and then make those adjustments as you go along. So yesterday, really, like you said, lefty hits a beautiful ball, 4.5 plus, I'm sure, when the wind's at his back, and just kind of a lot of aha moments. I kind of gave him a lot to think about, and we just did a few little pattern drills just to kind of I wanted to set his mind in the direction of, you got to know why you're executing. Why am I hitting the ball to that place, and why am I choosing to hit the ball to the next place, and seeing things in these two-shot combinations, so it's not one and done. And that's kind of where his mindset gets in the way of him, where he creates the opportunity, and then it's the finish shot. Only problem is, against the better guys, a la you, you're out there going to hustle it down and just send it back, and then all of a sudden he's in trouble. Because he was kind of standing there spectating a little bit, and kind of waiting to see, like, what do you mean, Brent? Why are you running that down and hitting it back? What's up with that? Right?
Well, because you've just stayed where you are. You didn't take advantage of the court position. And look, I mean, you even said it, like so many players out there who I think are stuck. They're stuck at tournament players. They're stuck at that one round they can't get through. Or they're stuck at that one rating label. They just can't get to the next inch or foot or two, whatever it is. And it really comes down to this term that you gotta know a little bit more about how to play the game. And so all this, just like you said, all the emphasis on stroke technique is not in the end going to teach you how to win a tennis match.
Right.
You can have the greatest howitzer of all time, but there's no one that's ever played the game of tennis that developed a howitzer that, okay, every time you send the ball over to my forehand, guess what? The point's going to be over 100% of the time because I'm going to be able to do this thing. It just has never, ever worked out that way. So, and it's such an intangible thing to say, well, learning how to play the game.
Right.
How do you quantify that? How do you make it go, it's a crystal clear thing? Well, look, the only way that you get to understand it is a couple ways. Number one, like we've been saying yesterday, we kind of hit hard on the reality of how you become better. Number one is with video. Number two was getting that video analyzed by a professional. I'm pointing at you, pointing at me. You're right. And getting some on-court help, such as what you were doing yesterday, with a professional who gets it, who understands that winning is not about trying to get another level of spin, of another this or that technique wise, and so. And then the other thing is just how many matches can you play? How many can you compress your learning curve time down by playing just boatloads of practice sets? I mean, real practice sets where there's maybe something on the line. It could be something just, it's a beer,
lunch,
it's lunch, it's dinner, but it's whatever it is. There's something riding on it, right?
$20.
Oh my God! I just gulped on that one. Whatever it is, And look, it and maybe it's nothing more than you just to hey, you know what? Today, let's play, and whoever, and let's just play, and we'll agree that at the end of the day, we're going to put the results up on the blackboard in the clubhouse.
Right.
All right. It's how you can.
I'm gonna do a selfie and post it on Facebook. I lost to John today. Whoever loses has to post it on Facebook. Whatever. I lost to John tonight. 6264.
I love it.
I'm coming for you next week, John. Right? I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, have some fun with it. I think the other part of this too is not only point construction. How do I do that? But it's the in between elements of actually constructing the point. Our recovery, after hitting a ball, and then preparation. Right? Those two things. And sometimes that is also, yesterday was also part of the discovery, was like, hey, guess what? This is like clarity of thought also comes with being ahead of what's going on and not feeling like you're always behind the eight ball or catching up or just playing reactive tennis, So a lot of times too, it has nothing to do with the quality of your ability for stroke production. It's that you're lagging in the area of you're not creating you're not making your strokes available before the ball gets to you. It's just poor preparation and kind of, again, that spectating in a different way where the ball is always kind of pushing you around, those so those are the kind of qualities too that it's not about, can I hit my you will hit your forehand better if you prepare better. If you prepare earlier, you'll hit your forehand better. Your timing will improve. So, those are the kinds of things that yesterday we covered a lot of ground yesterday, and I just wanted to set the tone as to where we're headed and how we're gonna make some improvements in tournament play and in the league play. I truly believe this too. There is a psychological difference that again, how do you quantify it? I don't know. But there's a psychological and emotional difference when you play a tournament than playing a league match. I think tournaments just offer more opportunity for clarity of learning than league matches. League matches, you finish, you come off the court, you got all your buddies or all your gals around you immediately telling you what happened.
Yeah.
And the influence of that being the story that gets built as to why you lost doesn't create the opportunity for clarity of what actually happened and what you were doing. No one wants to tell you you suck that day. No one wants to tell you that, wow, you were just kind of hanging on your feet there today, Brent. You know, you kind of like, what were you thinking? I mean, no one wants to say that. Everybody's going to come up with some sort of story that makes you feel okay and makes the other guy the bad guy, you know? So anyway, I just think tournament play creates opportunity that is just golden.
Yeah.
For improvement and being able to, you know, again, reach that next level of play.
Well, the other thing with tournament play too is that in theory, according to the super accurate NTRP rating system. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. Okay. Well, in theory, the NTRP rating, the leagues are supposed to organize players according to skill level. So if you're playing a 4-0 league match, in theory, according to the super accurate NTRP rating schedule or rating scale, everyone should be the same. Now, it doesn't always work out that way. Could be we've got a sandbagger or two in there. Or it just could be the fact that the NTRP rating scale sucks. It has no relation to accuracy at all. Anyway, but the difference with tournaments is that let's say we take senior tournaments, age group tournaments. You're organized only by age. You're not organized by skill level. So now you get an opportunity in tournaments to be able to get around who are the best players in your age group, in your area, maybe in the country, depending on what tournament that you're entering. So you do have a new opportunity to be able to see, oh, well, I've seen this guy on video, and I went, "What's the big deal?" We said that yesterday, and now I watch him against my really good friend who kind of beats me most of the time, and he didn't win a game. My good friend didn't win a game against this guy. Gulp. There's something I really don't know here. And
all this guy did was hit a flat forehand and a sliced backhand.
That's right. But he just seemed to be winning all the points. So there is a big difference between tournaments and your opportunity to learn more about how to play the game. And I'm not saying that leagues are that you can't do that, because you can't. Because in theory, again, you're up against same skill level players in theory, right?
Right.
So you got to be able to figure out, well, how do I beat guys at my same skill level? If you're really going to take the next jump up, obviously, you got to be beating those guys a majority of the time. I'm not saying it's got to be 10 out of 10. But if you're looking at some point, you got to start getting the percentages in your favor, the win-loss percentages in your favor, so that the super accurate NTRP rating system goes, oh man, this gal's better. We got to get him up there.
Right.
Well, look, that's good.
I think too, playing the even playing the NTRP tournaments, weekend tournaments, is an opportunity to play. I just think in the rating tournaments, there's more opportunity for distraction, because someone, you might lose to somebody and somebody's going to say, oh, that guy's really not a 3-5. He's actually a 4-0. And they start telling the story for you.
Whatever.
And when, whatever. And so if you choose to take this route and play either age group or the NTRP tournaments, it's opportunity to learn. You don't care if the guy's actually a 4-0. Who cares? The opportunity here is to play a match where you stand alone and there's no team behind you, and you got to figure this out, because playing somebody better is all opportunity. It's opportunity to learn. It's opportunity to advance. It's actually, opportunity to see the reality of what's going on. And so don't let that, the fact that there might be some guy in that tournament sandbagging be the deterrent for, oh, it's not fair. Baloney. Go play, learn, work on it, go play again next weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, look, one of the things that I think one of the things that we can learn about our games that will help players get to the next round of tournaments or get to that next NTRP rating label is to be objective enough with your analysis after a match, after you get thumped, is to go, you know what, in this area, and this area, these two areas, I'm actually pretty good. I'm better than I thought I was. In this area where I thought I was good because I was hitting the ball machine for the last month and hitting these great windshield wiper forehands, I suck.
Right.
I'm not good when it comes to a real live match.
Right.
And so it's an opportunity to really learn. I mean, a couple of things. Number one, you learn about the good guys. Here's what they do. Well, maybe you should try to start doing more of what they do and less about what some guy or some teaching pro is telling you to do that has no relation to winning.
Right.
So,
right.
We're at 20 minutes. So I think we're gonna shut this one down today, Jeff. But in tomorrow's episode, Jeff, I want to talk about. I want to kind of continue this conversation about learning how to play the game, quote unquote, learning how to play the game. And really, one thing that I learned from Mr. Stowe that completely changed that whole thing, because I used to think I had to be a shot maker, and that was the game.
Right.
So, guys, make sure that you get tuned in or you look for tomorrow's episode of the Gold Ball Hunting podcast, because I'm gonna do a big brain dump on that one right there. Jeffrey, what do we want the fine folks to do?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com. Send it to a friend. Get him in the tribe here. Come on.
That's right. And
expand
listen,
the tribe,
guys. We're looking for those few players out there. We want to help. We want to help you guys and gals, tournament players and league players who are like not really social players, right? I mean, I don't mind social players. That's a group, and that's cool. I totally get it. It's probably not worth our time and your time. It's not a great fit in terms of a coaching thing if you're just purely a social player. That's cool.
Right.
But we're looking for those tournament players and those guys and gals who are playing leagues who want to kind of get a little bit better. Right. The way to do that is to start with a free coaching call. And just go over to goldballhunting.com, and all you got to do is put in a first name and email address, click the button, and you'll get immediate access to our online calendar scheduler where you can pick a date and time that works best for you. Let's get on the phone. We'll chat for 10, 12, 15 minutes, however long Jeff has to chat on that particular day. Because he does get a little bit of this going on.
I can get chatty.
He can get a little bit of, but let's figure out if it's a good fit. Let's figure out if really, we want to take it to the next step with you to see if this is going to be something that's going to help your game. Goldballhunting.com is where you can do that. In the meantime, guys, get out there today. Wherever out there is, help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, we're doing this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.